heard the rumor about a certain house husband that was implicated in some sort of altercation with production, and the implication was that that particular house husband was under the influence of illicit drugs. So I'm just going to let you know what I know about all of this. So over the weekend, I came across a post on Twitter, and then I reached out to one of my contacts, just to ask, is there any truth to this story? And the person did not know anything about the story and promised to get back to me. 24 hours later, the person got back to me and said that it was true and that the person was John Fuda. Now, I was a little bit surprised because aside from that post that I came across on Twitter, not even from a person, but one of those fan accounts on Twitter, I had not heard anything about that story. So I just decided to sit on it for a little bit. Then later on, Kim D was doing a live, like a quick live video or an Instagram story, because, you know, she was prepping for her fashion show or something like that. So then at the end of her Instagram story, Kim D said, I'm getting a lot of DMs from a lot of people asking me if the story about John Fuda is true. It is not true. It's a bunch of baloney. And then she said, not only John Fuda did not do such thing, it's not even a real story to begin with. Okay, so people don't believe what you hear. It's not true. It's fake. So then I went back to my contact and asked the person, hey, what is going on? You said it was true. Kim D says it's not. What's the real story here? So then the person came back to me and said that it was, in fact, a planted story, that it was fake, and it seems that it's just something that was initiated by one of those fan accounts to try to make John Fuda look bad. So I was just like, okay, but 24 hours earlier you said it was true. Now you're telling me it's not. I need a couple more people to confirm that it's not, to believe that it's not, right? So far we have Kim D, and I need 2 more sources according to my standards. That's what I prefer to do. So at that point, I decided to reach out, not to an influencer account, but to people that are close to the cast members, and it was confirmed to me that the story was not true, that it did not happen, that John Fuda did not do these things, nor did any house husbands, right? So at that point, I believed that it was a fake story and that it was just planted, maybe for someone to pick it up and talk about it and run with the story, right? So now, another thing that I wanted to say when it comes to that, because aside from that post that I came across on Twitter, no one has really talked about it. You know, no one has really talked about the story. I know I've seen some things on YouTube that people would talk and do like podcasts about the whole thing, but so far it was only just one person. And to tell you the truth, we know that John Fuda, there's a lot of other bloggers and podcasters and YouTubers that do not like John Fuda. So if there was any legs to that story, I'm pretty sure you can bet your bottom dollar that these podcasters or accounts would have talked about it by now. They would have said, John Fuda did this, John Fuda did that, right? So the fact that they have remained completely silent, and I don't care if the event happened off camera, if there was any validity to that story, I think that those people would have picked it up and talked about it quite extensively. And the fact that they have not tells me that it's probably not true. So don't believe everything that you hear, guys. For my part, I think that it's not true. I got it confirmed. I have 3 people saying the exact same story. So at this point, it's a nothing burger. It's not true.